All right, first and foremost, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles that taught us this truth, and of course, peace and mercy to the hopefully elect. All right, back at it again. Quick little lesson, if you will, and I just wanted to talk about our women in their hair, specifically the women of the tribe of Judah, the so-called black African American woman, and their hair or the lack thereof. And man, every time I bring this up to any woman, be it a friend, a stranger, or a member of my family, about their hair and as it relates to the Bible, they don't want to hear it. I hear a bunch of excuses and I get a bunch of attitude. So I'm gonna just play this little clip right quick. Not her. As you can see, she has on she did have on a head full of fake ass hair. And soon as it was removed, she's having a fit. Let's see what happens when it comes back on her head. Bam. Now tell me that ain't our women, man, with that fake hair. Especially in my younger days when I first started to see all that long flowing weave, and you see, our women playing with it. My ex, she's a part of these curses as well. She had a head full of fake hair, and she was telling me, man, how much it cost. I was shocked, and like how like she just treats it like it's real regular, like it's really her hair, how she washes it, she get it colored. And I was like, I didn't even, I know now, but I mean, I didn't know it was that bad out here, man. But like I say, going back to this little girl, as you can clearly see, when that hair was gone, she, I guess deep down, she doesn't feel beautiful. I guess that's why she's crying. And with that long hair on her head, she feels beautiful because that is the way, that the Lord designed our women. And let's get into it. Let's bring some scriptures out. Let's go. Yeah, I'm already here. Deuteronomy 7:6, and it reads, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself." So first and foremost, the Lord is making a difference between the children of Israel and everybody else. He's letting them know that you guys are special people above all people that upon the face of this earth. Now, let's go to let's see, quick nav. Let's go to 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. And it reads, continuing about these children of Israel, "But ye are a chosen generation," going back to the special chosen people, okay, "a royal priesthood and holy nation, a peculiar people." All right, let's look up that word peculiar. We don't have to go, I already got it queued up. Just Google definition, right? The word peculiar, strange or odd, unusual. So first and foremost, as it relates to our hair being kinky, curly, woolly, all right, that versus everybody else on this planet, for the exception of the Hamites, all right, they have pretty much the same type of hair. Ours a little bit better, but that they kind of look like us, but that's a whole nother subject. But would you sit here and lie to me and tell me that our hair isn't considered strange, odd, or unusual as it relates to everybody else walking on this planet? Our hair is the only hair that does the things that it does, from even if we have short hair, from it being curly textured and curling up like that, it makes waves in it, right? That's amazing. I remember I got longer hair, not long, but I have some hair on my head now. But back in my younger days, man, I used to do the 360 waves, man, and I just thought in when I was in the military, a lot of Edomites just thought it was amazing to watch me brush my hair and watch those waves form. Like I would get like real low haircuts, and I would be like, man, I'm gonna get my waves back. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna brush and brush and brush, and I would do it, and they would be blown away. I'm telling you, our hair, the Lord's children, the children of Israel, have strange, odd, or unusual hair. All right, so going back to the script. Second Peter, yeah. All right, so peculiar people. So like just that in itself, not to mention us being better at everything than everybody else, but just specifically the hair makes us peculiar. Like it's weird to these people. They don't understand it, All right. Peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. All right. So let's go to Isaiah. Salakia. Isaiah. We're going to the 3rd chapter, and we're going to start at verse 16, I believe. And we're going to talk about a little bit our women, like I say, the so-called black women, all right, and their hair, and kind of what happened. So, like I say, the whole Bible from the beginning, like I say, if we understood the Bible from Adam and Eve, we should understand how we got to this point. Now, in Deuteronomy, the Lord, 28th chapter, describe a whole bunch of curses that were to fall on his people if we disobeyed, and we sure did. And like I say, going throughout the Bible, there were prophets, and here we have the prophet Isaiah. And let's see what he has to say about the daughters of Zion, or the daughters of Israel. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, okay, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes. Well, let's see what that word wanton means. I already got it queued up. A cruel or violent action, deliberate and unprovoked. So, once again, first and foremost, for anybody still, debating about, are we the children of Israel? Well, I ask you, lie to me, and you tell me if the whole world doesn't. Now, I know it's getting crazy with all the women. They're all out of order at this point, but my favorite word specifically as it relates to the Judite woman, you can't tell me that it's not a thing. First and foremost, with hair, everybody on this planet knows from the Moabites selling you that fake hair. They know that it's something up with black women in their hair, from it getting wet, they're not wanting to get it wet and all these things. But also the wanton eyes, they got a damn attitude everywhere they go for no reason, on purpose. It said right here is the definition: cruel or violent action, deliberate. All right, so that they're walking around with this prideful, haughty spirit, with an attitude, and let's see what's gonna happen and what the Lord say he was gonna do because of that. All right, we'll read it again. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks. All right, you know what I say about that neck swing. That's our women. All right. And wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, all right, because of all this attitude of our women, all right, let's see what the Lord gonna do. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. All right. And the Lord will discover their secret parts. Bingo. So this is where, you can catch a lot of women in their pride and their lies, because the Lord doesn't make mistakes. If the Lord said that, he made us a peculiar, special people, and he gave us a certain hair, and he wanted your hair to be long enough to cover which is your breast and your booty and your little chicha. All right. He wanted that covered up so we wouldn't be around here. Our women wouldn't be around here looking like whores. All right. It would be long, thick. All right. And, like I say, long enough to cover up whatever you was blessed with as it related to your body. But because our women have attitudes, they walk around, like I say, with them stretch forth necks, thinking that, their stuff doesn't stink. The Lord said he was going to smite with a scab the crown of the head. Like I say, the crown, that means the top, all right, of the head of the daughters of Zion, and will discover their secret part. That is to say that he is going to make it so that your hair won't grow long enough to cover your secret parts. And if because every time I bring that up from the original King James version, of course, and they be like, nah, that's not what it means. So let's see what a translation has to say about it. One of these translations. All right, so this is the New International Version, NIV. Therefore, the Lord will bring sores on the heads of the women of Zion. The Lord will make their scalps bald. Crickets, crickets, crickets. All right, so let's go. Where we at? Yeah, man. So there it is. I kind of just brought this out just to further proof that we are the children of Israel. And like I say, as it relates to our women, they're so out of order and they're so prideful. And the Lord has done an amazing thing with this hair, because like I say, everybody on this whole planet knows about our hair. They know, like I say, at not at our best, when that thing is long and it's healthy, everybody, is in awe, whether it's that infamous afro, whether it's the crazy braids, the different, whether it's yarn that we're tying it up with, whatever, the beads or the shells, whatever we put in our hair, man. Like I say, it was special, it was different, it was peculiar, it was special. That's the way the Lord created us. But because, once again, our women are completely the hell out of order, the Lord was supposed to humble their ass. But like I say, they're able to buy fake stuff, and we saw that little girl in the beginning of that video. And the reason, like, the Spirit had me see that, because what that little girl, her facial expression is exactly how our women feel deep down inside. All right, they, being that the Lord doesn't make mistakes, he's perfect, he's the one that created women in the first place. All right, so he knows, that you love your hair. And he knows that you want that hair to be long, just like the other nations. That's why, like I say, you see a lot of our girls, and even the men today. Check out the Game latest rant about Dwayne Wade and his son, trying to defend that with his blonde ass hair. But like I say, look how lost our women are, and how much they're still claiming that, they're queens and they're so black this and black that, and they want to have attitudes like black people or whatever. But they around here with blonde hair, long ass, stringy, blonde, dead hair. It look dead to me. If you ask me, our hair looks like it's like alive. It grows straight up like something that would grow out the ground. All right. Everybody else hair just, for the most part, I know, whatever. But like I say, is specifically the women, it just goes straight down flat. It look dead, look like cigarette smoke. Okay. And it looks good on them. Okay. Not you. So let's go to jiggy Lamentations of Jeremiah. Where's that at? Yeah, Lamentations, like and yeah, first chapter. So like Lamentations, first chapter, and we just go on to the 6th verse. And from the daughter of Zion, all her beauty is departed. Say less. So that's exactly what has happened. Like I say, because of our disobedience, our whoredoms, like I say, I'm including the men as well. But like I say, this is about the women in their hair, because as well, like I say, I've been growing my hair out for like 2 years, and already it's healthy, longer than the majority of the black women I see. Now, I did get this other little video, and I wanted you guys to see this chick. So before I get back into that, just check out, dang it, what did I do with that video? Let me see, can I find it right quick? Salakia. Yeah, here it is. Check this girl out. Now this girl, she got some pretty long hair. She's getting it straightened, or she has it straightened for the most part, but I'll get to my point after this.
So make sure you say something. You just might win cash directly to your PayPal.
And listen to
All
what
right,
this
let's
girl
get
says.
to it. Before we get to the Black Beauty, who hair is to her bum.
So every time you hear the word black, of course, like I say, that's a whole nother subject, this whole colorblind thing. But let's just put Israelite. Wherever she says black, we're gonna say Israelites. All right.
Here is a quick reason as to why I made this video. Basically, I hear it often when I go out. My white friends are curious as to how I grew my hair so long.
All right. So the other nations, specifically the Edomites, are curious because they're looking at this Israelite girl and comparing her to the other Israelite girls and saying, like I say, first of all, like I say, her hang right here. Of course, like I say, now once we get our new, the new bodies, you gonna see what this hair talking about. Like I say, it's gonna be long and thick. Like I say, all the way down to your butt for real and thick. But like I say, our hair is curly, man. It curls up. But she gonna talk about it. Let's get to it.
Go out. My white friends are curious as to how I grew my hair so long.
Yeah.
They initially
They're curious. Right.
think my hair is weave. But once I show them it isn't, they then ask me a host of questions. Like, how is it that my hair is long when most black women they see have very short or fake hair?
When most Israelite women that they see have very short hair or weave in their hair or blonde hair, trying to look like the Edomite girls.
Now, many of my white friends have good intentions, so no shade here. It's just that
Right. So, like I say, whenever we bring this up, our women get mad at us. But like I say, we're just telling the truth of what we see. You know what I'm saying? You men, we can grow our hair down our, down to our butts if it was lawful for our hair to be that long. But you know what I'm saying? We're relatively no issue. Now, of course, like I say, just like all quote unquote black men, can't grow their hair, all black women, aren't as bald headed as, the next sister.
now many of my white friends have good intentions, so
There's level to the judgment, you see. But we all fall under the curses. Go back to Deuteronomy 28 and see, like I say, if you were so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American, if you don't fall into one of those categories.
no shade here. It's just that they believe that because of the few black women they see have short or fake hair, that African/black hair don't grow. I then explain to them that hair growth is completely different from length retention. Blacks use products and techniques that don't work.
Israelites use products and techniques. The Israelite woman uses product and techniques that what?
For their hair and break it off at a faster rate.
Let me go back.
Work for their hair and break it off. Hair growth is completely different from length retention. Blacks use products and techniques that don't work for their hair and break it off at a faster rate.
So what she just said is the Israelite women, for the most part, uses products and techniques that don't work for their hair. You see, going back to Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. All right, concerning the Israelite woman. Now, two things: either, like I say, they're under that curse, and that shit is not gonna grow for whatever, don't matter what they do, okay, because they're falling under these curses, all right. But also, as well as it relates to that lack of knowledge, they don't know how to take care of their natural woolly curly hair. They probably can take care of that long stringy shit, but going back to us being a special peculiar people with this quote unquote weird, strange looking hair, all right, they don't have the time, and they, like I say, they ain't finna be, most of them, okay. Of course, like I say, some women got it, they do their hair right, but you ain't finna see women walking with they afro out. You know what I'm saying? I try to tell my daughter that, you know what I'm saying, because her mama be putting weave in her head, and I be, that's a whole nother subject. But like she's saying, that lack of knowledge as well is and like I said, you tell a black woman that they gonna get mad. But we just telling the truth. Like we was talking, concerning the rocket fuel, aka permin. All right, now you know what I'm saying. I can deal with the flat iron that you about to see. I'll just let it play
Choose
on.
products and techniques that don't work for their hair and break it off at a faster rate, then it grows. If black hair didn't grow, then they would never have to do touch-ups on color or perms. I mean, think about it. How come your nails are short? Is it because they don't grow? No, it's because they break. Once blacks receive the proper education on how to care for their hair and start using the correct products, their hair flourishes. As prime example, with this black beauty. It's time for this week's spotlight on those beauty gurus who are shining out there. And today, I want to show some love to a sister whose locks.
And there it is. All right, and you can see the sister right here. Now, her, like I say, I'm gonna be completely honest, man. I done been around the world, man. I done lived, a lot of places, been in the military, and this is not something that I see every day. I see weave that long, but I be damned if you talking about on a daily basis. Do I see sisters with hair this long? And I'm talking about it's gonna be longer than that in the kingdom, ladies. All right, but ain't no telling what it might sparkle. Ain't no telling what the Lord got for his in order daughters. Okay, let's just say that much. But um yeah, man, our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. I was going back to that rocket fuel. Like I say, man, did you see what's in that stuff that y'all permeate out here with to try to make it look like the other nations? That's why I call it rocket fuel. Or if it's like I say, getting the shit sold in there, whatever, wearing wigs, not letting it breathe. You ain't gotta tell no dude this. We gonna let our shit grow and rock just in this natural, and it flourishes. But going back to the woman, that pride, man, it won't let them, like I said, admit it and humble themselves. And I always say, if they really cared and they really feared and really had the spirit of the Lord on them, I'm telling you, bro. I thank Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for my hair. I can't grow a full beard. I got a little something down on my chin and all that, little, you know what I'm saying. But a full grown beard, it just ain't happened for me yet. But you know what I'm saying. As it relates to us being that peculiar, special people, I grew my hair a little bit so I could stun on these other nations. And I thank the Lord and I pray to the Lord that my hair grows. All right. Like I say, I know it's a shame for a man to have long hair, but like I say, my hair ain't long. Like I say, well, we pretty much stop it at our if it get past our shoulder, that's like the cutoff point. You know what I'm saying? Well, what I would consider long hair for a guy, but like I say, our hair flourishes for the most part. You know what I'm saying? And I tell you this, I said that in one of my other videos. You think that the average Israelite woman is praying and with humility to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, for their hair to grow? Hell no. If they cared so much, what are they gonna do? They're gonna go to the other nations and try to cover up the Lord's judgment. And like I said, with that, you heard what I say. If any woman, is listening to this, hey man, you got some short hair. Hey, you sincere, hey, pray for it and see what the Lord, can and will do for you and for for the ones that He loves, man. I'm sure, if it be the Lord's will, he'll bless you, and let that thing grow on out, man. But like I say, the daughters of Zion are haughty, and hoard out at this point. And that's pretty much my point. Repent, the kingdom is nigh. Y'all see all these things going down, the earthquakes, more death, more pestilences, more viruses. All right. And we ready to get the hell out of here. I'm ready to see my sisters in their glory, my real sisters, of course. You know what I'm saying? And with that, once again, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, the water Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.